Hello there. How is everybody doing? Welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday, wonderful Christmas. And those that celebrate, those that didn't, I just hope you had a wonderful time since I've last seen you. But yeah, as you can see here, we're going to start with a little mini show and tell, which those on Patreon have already seen. I think every one of these except this one. But actually, you have seen this one in the early access pick a card for Friday's pick a card. So yeah, I think you've seen all of these on Patreon. But yes, here we are. So yeah, I think we're just gonna start with our little show and tell, and we're gonna do a collective reading. Mercury is going retrograde tomorrow. Anyone already feeling the communication kind of pulling back or slowing down or getting all misconstrued? Anyone? Anyone? Yeah, I feel like it's been happening for a lot of us over the last week or so, just specifically like misunderstandings or sending an email and it just doesn't reach the person. It's just kind of weird. Magical Indigo Adult, oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in for so long. Jess is feeling it. Yes. So it says we've got 2 people here and 2 likes on the video. Thank you so much. Now we've got 4 people. It just doubled and just like that. But sometimes it takes a minute for YouTube to send out the notifications, and other times it doesn't send out anything. So, hello, Ivy Marie. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so as you can see, we're going to start with a little mini show and tell, and most of these are already, cats out of the bag, things out of the box. This is the Rainbow Moon Tarot here, and I just love the holographic gilding on it. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of gilding because the more I work with it, it just chips off and chips off and chips off. But I don't know. I kind of like this. I love it. And then this is the back. Oh, let me get you in frame here. And I just love these. I think they're so cute. I've been using them in the weekly readings for about a week from now. Let's see. Yeah, not the rest of this week, but starting on next Monday, I've been using this in a couple of those readings. I used it, I think it's the one that's going up on Friday for you guys on my main channel. Patrons, you've already seen all this, so, kind of old news to you, but yeah, here we go. Yeah, I love this, and I think my favorite in this one is the Death card. I don't know if I can find it. I just think it is so cool. The Ace of Daggers is pretty as well. I love that. Is this the Death card? No, that's the Star. Yeah, the Death card in this is super cool. Oh, I love the Wheel of Fortune card as well. Look at that. And the World card is pretty sweet. The Sun card's pretty sweet. Yeah, this is the Rainbow Moon Tarot. And I got all these for Christmas, by the way, from my mother-in-law. I just sent her this long list of Oracle and Tarot decks I've had my eye on, and she just picked some from that list. So let's start with this one next. This is this little Starlight Oracle. And I have maybe, I think 4 other decks like this. And now I've got 2 more, so 6 total. I love this one. But yeah, Starlight, this one's right here. And it's fun. It's just got little keyword and a little explanation. And of course, I'm focused on the table, so you guys can probably not see it if I do that. Yep. Hello, Dr. Lupo. We're sharing some new cards for Christmas. Yeah, love this one. It's very simple, kind of like my little secret garden, and I'm pretty sure it's by the same lady, Jessica Lee. So there's that one. This one is super fun. I love both the fronts and the backs of this one. It's just so, naturey. Oh, your aunt is there. Oh my goodness. I know you were working so hard for so long to get her to you. That is so amazing, Magical Indigo. Thanks for sharing. I always kind of wondered what happened with that. And Dr. Lupo's here. It's like a late 2020, early 21, or wait, when was it we did that? Like last year, year before? Oh man, time just goes. But these are so fun. We got some like forest fae creatures and animals on here. And just so fun. Yeah, I'm loving these. These are very, very must-have for my collection anyway, as is this one. I'm really loving this one. This is the Kitchen Witch Oracle. And the kind of background and kind of the border is the same in every card, but depending on what picture you have here in the forefront, it changes and shifts a little bit. So I love that. anything witchy, like kitchen witchy or green witch, I'm here for it. I'm not someone who loves to cook, but when it comes to witchcraft or just like setting intentions for food and stuff, I love that. I love that. Or working with herbs or essential oils, like I love that. Growing the herbs and the vegetables and stuff, I love that. It's just I leave the cooking mostly to my husband because he's awesome at it. Then we have the Mystic Martian Oracle. So these have like a weird, it almost feels like plastic to me, green gilding, which is all right. I don't know. I'm not like the biggest fan. And I don't like the cardstock because it was bowed coming out of the box. I have not shuffled it this way. And of course, if I try to do this, it's just gonna, you hear that? It just kind of pops or clicks right back into place. But this one's kind of funny. And of course, I'm not connecting to these entities. I'm just using them more as archetypes for the near and foreseeable future, just knowing what I know now and just setting major intentions to mostly just connect to my inner self that is a spark of, the creator. Why go outside myself if I don't have to? That's what I'm doing. And something fell over there. And then we have the Spirit Animal Wisdom deck, last but not least, and there's a hare in the mix. Okay, get that out of there. And these are mostly just, spirit animals, and they've got a message, and I think they're so cute. Love that one. Love that one. Love them all. Ooh, I love that one. Yes. So yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Oh, and just not card related, but my brother-in-law has like a woodworking business, and he made me this cool lotus flower. He carved all the wood out and everything with the X carve machine, and I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, it'd be great for little crystals. Get some crystals here. Yeah, like little crystals. You put your little, I don't know, let's see, a Palo Santo here and a sage stick here, probably more on that side. There we go. Yes, all the fun woo-woo things in the lotus flower dish. But yeah, I just think that's so fun. But you can even use it as a decoration on a shelf by kind of doing this against the back of the shelf like that. But it's such a beautiful piece of wood he used. I'm loving it. So cool. Okay, so now I think I'll catch up with your comments for a moment and clear the table off. Where am I going to put this? I'm going to put this over here out of the way. I'm going to be using this deck primarily tonight, but I also have the Modern Witch in case we want to switch it up. Oops, as I'm dropping cards. Grab that. Okay. So we'll move these out of the way one by one by one. Just stuff these boxes wherever they will fit for the time being. But yeah, did everyone have a good Christmas? I hope you did. Yeah, it probably does. I don't use that one a lot, but it definitely needs cleansed, that's for sure. Where did I set it? Yeah, it's not my most cool, but it's kind of got like mountain scenes kind of in it, and you can kind of see, not that far. It's like a milky, you can kind of see through it a little bit. Then you turn it this way and it's got a different little vibe going. But yeah, I have this whole, it's mostly, let me grab it since it's right here, over here. This is, I don't know why it turned into complete show and tell all of a sudden, but this is mostly just different agates and stuff in this. And I don't really much, but they're just here, and this was in with these, and they literally have dust and dog all over them. So yeah, it makes sense why that probably needs to be cleansed. But yeah, and for my birthday last year in 2022, I got a rock tumbler that I have yet to use because our house is so small and I don't have anywhere to do it. And our garage is so cluttered with a lot of my old photography props and stuff and the kids' old stuff, that as I clean that out, I'm going to be able to set it up out in the garage and actually tumble some rocks. Can't wait for that. Okay. Finish getting these all moved out of our way. Catch up on everybody's comments. Woo! Okay, hopefully we're good there. I'm gonna grab my water out of the way here. Yes. Oh, you love the stones? Yeah, I got stones for days. Yes, you can get a reading, absolutely. Okay, so yes, we've got Jessa, we've got Magical Indigo Adult, Ivy Maria's here, Dr. Lupo, and I think that's so far all I've seen, but let me just see your comments. Yeah. It's cool. Dr. Lupo doesn't come over here that often because I know he's got all sorts of stuff going on, and I haven't seen Magical Indigo Adult since Lupo Lithomancy days. So it's been a long time. It's like a little family reunion up in here. Yes. Oh yeah, you don't buy cards for yourself. You're old fashioned. It's so weird because the cards I connect to most are the ones I buy for myself, and the ones that other people buy me. Not to say they're not great and I'm not appreciative, but I don't know why. I don't connect to them as deeply. I won't say that for every single card deck because there's been a few my mom has bought for me that I'm like totally connected to. Let's see. Yeah, your aunt is here. That's so cool. I love that. I'm so glad she's here and safe and with you. That's so cool. Yeah, I remember you saying it'd be over a year. Yes, Jess is a total kitchen witch. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad dream. Anytime you find money in a dream, I'd say that's a good dream. The only problem is you gotta keep it, right? Yeah. All right. So it looks to me like we're ready to do a quick collective reading. And thus far, I only have one donation, and I'm doing a reading for Dr. Lupo as well. Because I already talked to him about that. So he's on the list. I need to update my list. List, and I need to timestamp Vicky so we can actually start with Dr. Lupo after we do our collective. So I'm going to get him on the list. Taryn and Vicky, one card. Okay, there is our updated list, and I need to timestamp hers, which I hope I will remember. I'm going to grab my little notepad so I don't forget. Okay, and we are off to our collective reading. Let's set that down. Okay. So I'm kind of wanting to make this, I guess, just a Mercury retrograde themed reading just to see what we can expect or any setbacks that might be going on. And, usually Mercury retrograde has setbacks in the form of communication. Your relationship with your siblings and cousins can be kind of tumultuous during that time. It's also having to do with travel of all kinds, communication of all kinds, on social media, in person, email, all of that. A lot of misunderstandings can occur. And another thing, what is another thing? Oh, yeah, a lot of electronic problems or problems with electronics. And I've already kind of foreseen that there's going to be some event, something that's going on in social media that's going to cause division. Of course, of course. It wouldn't be a year in history that there wasn't some sort of thing being pushed to create more division amongst people. But I really do seeing this playing out closer to the end of Mercury retrograde. Oh yeah, no worries. Sometimes you can put it on 2 times speed to get caught up, or you can just scroll it over to the red part on the left, or sorry, the right of the screen, and it'll catch you up. Okay, so I see this playing out maybe mid-January-ish, and January or Mercury goes direct again January 16th. Then Saturn goes into Aquarius for Vedic astrology, or if you're actually using your eyeballs to look up in the sky to see Saturn, it will be entering Aquarius that day because Aquarius is currently in Capricorn. If you look up in the sky where Saturn is, it's in the constellation of Capricorn. And that is why I follow the precession of the equinoxes just like the Vedic astrology system does, or the sidereal astrology system does. Western astrology is basically a screenshot of the sky 2,000 years ago. and we're moving allegedly. I don't know for sure. I can't like fact check this, but allegedly we're moving through space at some exponential, pretty high rate of speed. So yeah, we're basically operating on 2,000-year-old information if we're following Western astrology. That being said, though, because we are in still allegedly in the age of Pisces, but still transiting into the age of Aquarius, that can still resonate for a lot of people in Western astrology because it's operating under the age of Aquarius. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into our collective with Mercury retrograde and just anything we need to know over the next few weeks or so. I don't think I've done a longer kind of collective reading in a while as far as time frame. Usually it's the next few days or a week or so, but this will take us over the next 3.5 weeks or so. Oh my goodness. So yeah, there's a bit of chaos coming in hot. Oh wow, 5 of Daggers. Yeah, just feeling backstabbed, feeling like someone might be against you. We've got two silhouettes or figures behind you here. This could even be your own thoughts or, outside interferences from entities. I mean, that's so common that, oftentimes it almost just goes without saying, but if it's not something you're aware of in a day-to-day environment, it can be very jarring to hear, yeah, you've got entity interference. There's entities in your field. There's entities attached to you and siphoning your energy. It's like a crazy thing. But yet it's par for the course. It's been happening to us lifetime after lifetime for a very long time. So with the Page of Wands here, I love seeing this coming out with this. It's like you're finding new ways to deal with anything that is unsavory in your energy or people coming at you, entities in your vicinity. Let's see. Anything else? Mercury retrograde. Ooh, there's that death card I was looking for earlier. I'm actually getting a really great idea or vibe from this. And I didn't mean to say idea, but here comes the idea. So with the Page of Wands, this is inspiration. Coming on the heels, though, here with the Death card, this might be as a transition from leaving one thing behind and stepping into something else. This could even be, setting those intentions to protect your boundaries from outside interference. That could look like a death because you're not operating in the same energy. So this would be a very positive thing. I want to get a clarifier on this death to see if there's anything else we need to know about it. Ooh, yes, that's exactly what this is. We've got the High Priestess, or the Divine card as it's called in the Rainbow Moon Tarot. But wow, I'm loving to see this right next to this death energy, but there's a decent amount of transformational energy with the Major Arcana here. So this isn't just going to be small potato, day-to-day things. There's some pretty big transformations and, access to your own divine gifts or spiritual gifts coming in. Just a feeling more in tune with your intuition. But that being said, because it is Mercury retrograde, you may not be trusting your intuition, or you may be questioning your intuition. And that could be some of this Five of Daggers energy is, am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I'm so confused. But like my initial thought was I was all good. Like, so follow your initial thought, especially if this feels like it's coming from your internal intelligence. Let's get one more. And then we got the Warden of Cups. This is the King of Cups in this deck. So yeah, really feeling through your emotions. Your emotions will really be kind of this compass to take you through. And I'm very directed here to this kind of crescent moon on her necklace here, which I'm reading this almost like a talisman. So even if you want to program a crystal or a piece of jewelry, even if it's a cheap piece of costume jewelry, just the fact that you're setting intentions with it is everything. That's enough. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or special, but just something you can carry in a pocket or a medicine bag or wear around your neck if that's possible, to program it with whatever intentions you want to set for your life in any area of life. This can be in your communication, in your business, in your relationships, just whatever. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get a Kitchen Witch card as well. Anything else we need to know in our wonderful collective? And we have here a Rose with romance. So love is in the air. Very interesting, though, how we have the Death card holding a rose, almost like this could be the death of a relationship for someone out there. But if that's the case, the writing is already on the wall. This is not news to whoever this message pertains to. And it doesn't have to be like romantic love per se. This could be just someone you love on a deeper level than just, oh, I work with you or I see you at the grocery store. This is someone you actually care about, but there might be a shift coming in to this relationship. And again, that doesn't mean that the relationship itself has to end or anything like that, but a specific way of operating within this relationship is ending or shifting or changing. But this is in divine alignment rather than maybe before it was kind of more in alignment with, I don't know, just to the 3D world. So you're elevating your consciousness to be more in alignment with the romance you know you deserve, or the love from people that you know you deserve. Okay, so that is that. Let's get one more. I'm going to go to this little deck here. And then we will move on to Dr. Lupo's question. And we have here attract. So it says, like the moon in the ocean, you attract good things into your life. And again, I think this is by you really setting some boundaries with certain people or situations and setting very specific intentions about what you want to experience rather than just being tossed to the waves. Let's just see if there's anything we need to watch out for, any obstacles in our way this Mercury retrograde. Take charge. Don't wait for the stars to align. Reach up and arrange them the way you want. And I love this. So really the only thing standing in your way is the perceived notion that, oh, Mercury retrograde's going to hold you back, or, well, I should probably not take charge yet because, Mercury's retrograde. Do it anyway. Even if you, for some reason, things mess up because it is Mercury retrograde and you have to start over. Follow your intuition with any decisions that need to be made, any contracts that need to be signed. That's another thing they say not to do during Mercury retrograde. But this is so weird because I've had such good luck during many Mercury retrogrades. So don't let the fact that Mercury's retrograde scare you. If anything, it should help empower you to really reflect on what is true for you, what it you do want, how you do want to experience life, and go from there. All right. So, and he's already got his question out. Look at you go. Okay. So get all these put back. And again, going back to like Vedic astrology, I'm currently in Mercury Mahadasha. So that's the main cycle that's really amping up my life or messing up my life or whatever you want to call it. But I've had such great things happen to me during my Mercury Mahadasha, and even Mercury being retrograde in that, 3 times a year for 17 years. Well, I'm only 12 years into that Mahadasha, but yeah, I've experienced a lot of good stuff during Mercury retrograde. So don't let the fact that it's retrograde scare you in any way, especially if you yourself having Mercury retrograde in your chart. It's almost like you feel at peace and at home when Mercury is retrograde. I do not personally have a Mercury retrograde, but I have 6 other planets retrograde. So pretty much everything but Mercury is retrograde in my chart. So I'm kind of here for the retrograde energy until I'm not. So it's kind of a funny thing with me. So yeah, let's go ahead and get a quick drink of water. I have the noisiest water bottle on YouTube, and I'm trying to get it to actually work so I don't just swallow air. Come on now. Hey, Ivy, I just did the free collective reading. It was the first, well, I did my little show and tell shindig, and then right after that, I did the collective energy over the next 3 weeks, and that would include anyone who would watch at the time I did it or on the replay. So you're welcome to claim that reading if you choose, or disregard, either way. So let's tune in for Dr. Lupo. His question is the most important thing. That was a false start. So there might be a false start coming in. This has been a theme. So funny. I can shuffle just for days for my pick of cards or other things, and it's just fine. The second I get on my live stream the last few times when I do the table, it's like, whoops, it's not going to go. And I don't want to bend or riffle shuffle these just because it is new and I want to work them in first. All right. Yeah, some days before the live stream really gets going, I will do a free one card personal reading for each person who gives the magic password at the beginning. So yeah, you definitely didn't miss out. I do this twice a week. So either I do a collective reading or a free personal reading, and sometimes, once in a great while, I'll even do what I call the free question mosh pit, where between the different donations, I'll just throw in a free question for whoever's in the chat that needs a question answered. So yeah. So Dr. Lupo, tuning in to Dr. Lupo's inner guidance system. What is the most important thing he should focus on the next 60 days? I'm seeing a lot of self-development already before I pulled the card, but then with the Three of Cups coming together, this is finding soul family. This is, really the ones that the soul family members or people you really jive and vibe with, just reaching out and saying hi, especially if it's been a while. Yeah, this is really good energy for being able to have any kind of celebration or party or gathering of some kind, if you're having any kind of gathering or get together, and with like-minded people. So these are people who have a lot in common. This isn't just, having an office party and like, oh, there's Linda drunk again, or whoever. And apologies to Linda H who comes here, I did not mean you. It's some random other Linda in this scenario. Yeah. So let's see what else over the next 60 days. Yeah, I'm hearing self-development is a really big thing. Oh, yes. And with the Queen of Swords, this is someone who's always working on themselves. This is self-knowledge, self-study, self-wisdom. Yeah, Linda is mad. But you're getting a lot of clarity on your life path or the direction you want to go. Because I think this last year you had a lot of wins, but there were also some losses, and it just might have been, maybe loss is a strong word. It might be more like just things that didn't quite work out the way you thought, or the expectation or the what do you call it? Like the result didn't quite meet up to your expectation of something. This might even be a friendship or a relationship, someone you have a connection with that you're just kind of like, I don't know. But yet at the same time, there is so much good in your life. There's soulmate energy, not only with those near and dear to you, but people you may be meeting over the next, 60 days or so, or people, whoever it is you're really communicating with over these next 60 days. And then we have here the Three of Wands. So that all being said, you're getting clarity on some really good ideas you've had to then be able to take that forward leap of faith or that forward action. There's something maybe you've been planning for a while, because a lot of times the Three of Wands, every time in the lineup of tarot, it comes after the Two of Wands, which is the contemplation, which is planning, which is the travel plans, but not quite traveling yet because they're looking out at the horizon, ready to start, but not quite ready. This is the actual travel. So there might be a long distance trip. It's very interesting. She's on like a yellow brick road here too. So you could almost kind of think of this as like a mind travel as well, or a consciousness travel, like raising of your consciousness or moving of your consciousness to a higher vibration. But what I'm really seeing here is quite possibly a move. I know you've already been doing some moving, so I don't know if this is just moving certain things around, Looptopia, or what you have going on specifically with that, or just moving, you had something over here, now you're moving it over here, or just kind of a reconfiguration of maybe past plans that you thought, oh yeah, this will be great, and then it didn't quite meet your expectations, and now you're ready to give it another go. So specifically with this kind of self-development, self-study, I don't want to say self-help, I think you know what I'm trying to say, is just learning more about who you are and really devoting your time to yourself and learning about yourself, or honing your specific skills or craft in some way. So let's get a card on that. Yeah, Warden of Wands, Warden of Cups, this came out in our collective reading as well. And this is really about you using your emotions as that compass, not letting them completely steer you, off in la la land. But this is finding a nice balance between your emotions, or using your emotions almost like that navigation system, rather than allowing them to completely run the show. Because, emotions are like the navigation, but you're the one in the driver's seat. Like, yeah, I'm not taking that route. I'm going this way. But using those emotions kind of as like a check-in or a gauge, like, okay, we're good over here. And almost like a gas gauge I'm seeing on a car as well. I don't know what's with all the like travel and car symbolism in your reading so far. But yeah, let's see anything over the next 60 days. And really follow the study and spend your time doing things that emotionally make you feel really fulfilled, really happy. That's a lot what this cup, or King of Cups, I can't even talk. What this King of Cups has to offer is just following that bliss, following, oh, there it goes. Following what lights you up, doing the thing that feels important, feels good to you, brings you joy. And then with the Chancellor of Wands, this is the Queen of Wands, and this is all about taking your power back. So I love to see this one come out as well. Just feeling very inspired. I'm really honing in on the sunflowers back here as well. So to me, this is very gardener vibes. So plotting out your garden, your homestead, trying to figure out exactly, what this year is going to look like. Again, though, even if you don't have everything completely ironed out, you just kind of get a game plan going and you start. Even if you have to take a detour on your path, it's like you're like, okay, that's cool. This is almost like you're making a game out of kind of the troubleshooting or the problem solving of whatever crops up for you. Ha ha ha, no pun intended. Gardening joke, crops up. But yeah, this is you feeling very motivated and very inspired to move forward just on your vision or on your goal or on your dream. So really, there is a lot of planning stages, a lot of coming together, a lot of communication with like-minded people over these next 60 days. But that's not all that's happening, because there is some action you're taking here as well, some travel. All right, and then more of these. That's too many. But I like that this one just wanted to stay. The Star, this is wish fulfillment, especially after a rather difficult time. So, we can consider the last, I don't know, however long it's been, a difficult time. Since, 2020 popped off, many people have just been like, I'm so over this. I just want my future to happen now so I don't have to deal with all this crap. And there's some sort of wish being fulfilled for you over the next 60 days, or you at least looking in the direction of this wish to venture out toward even, like, what's the word? Like, entertaining the thought that this could actually happen. Oh, you were thinking of relocating to the mountains of West Virginia. Oh, interesting. Because see, what could happen is maybe you're not moving quite yet over these next 60 days, but you're laying some groundwork, you're making some plans, kind of reconfiguring, you thinking, maybe that's what they kept showing me, like, in my head about Looptopia moving from here to here. Maybe it's not on the property itself, but like Looptopia is moving from South Carolina to West Virginia. Interesting. Let's see any additional guidance over the next 60 days. To focus on. Ooh, we have the Moon. Take time. Even if you're not completely following through, this is not just making plans for the future, but reflecting on, where you've come since you started X, Y, or Z, or reflecting on your own personal, spiritual journey or growth journey on this planet. Any other words of advice or wisdom? Expand. Yes, growth is often uncomfortable and messy, but necessary. Yeah, it's time to expand. Maybe even the kind of inner circle. And even if these people aren't on your horizon yet, they very soon will be. And this is kind of venturing out of that 60-day window of time. But I do see you meeting some lifelong friends, like earth travel companions over the next, year or so. People that you can really lean on, rely on, and they can really lean and rely on you. It's a very mutually exclusive, mutually beneficial connection. And it's more than one person. To me, it feels like a group of people. You may already have this group of people in your life, but it's almost like you're taking that connection with these people to a deeper level and understanding each other on an even deeper level. So yeah, I would just say to really tune into what is it you really want? Take that time to reflect, because it is going to be time in 2023 for you to expand in even bigger horizons than I think you've had in the past. Very cool. All right. So let me get all these put back. And then the last donation we have here is Vicky. So yeah. I'm trying to get any drop of water out of this thing I can. It just does not want to cooperate. Can you guys hear how loud that is? It's so loud. All right. So I'm going to timestamp Vicky's for her once we get all of these put back. You are so welcome. It's so good to see you. So good to see you the last couple of, well, not the last live stream, but, the last handful of live streams you've been around. It's exciting. I've missed you. Okay, so Vicky is 3454. Apologies. Either my dog is right below the stairs over here or in the landing up here on the stairs. I'm not sure. Probably closer to the stairs since I don't hear him too loudly, but yeah. Kids are still awake, so he's barking. He's doing what he does best. Okay, so Vicky wants to know, Amanda, I hope you had a nice Christmas. I did, thank you. I hope the same for you and Cheyenne as well. Is there anything my true authentic spirit guides would like me to know right now? Thank you as always. Can you please kindly timestamp as it will be late? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so anything that Vicky's true authentic spirit guides would like her to know right now? Anything at all? Oh, and just a reminder, before we get into this, I wanted to let everyone that's on Patreon know, I think there's maybe one of you. I know Jessa was here. She's on Patreon. We're doing our Reclaiming Your Personal Power Healing Circle tomorrow, and I'm already getting so many downloads for what's coming up so we can reclaim that power and bring more of ourselves back to ourselves. Already super excited for that. Happy holidays to you too, IT guy. Thank you for coming in. Oh, there's a lot going on, Vicky. I think these are your two, but I definitely want to pull another card just to make sure. Tuning into Vicky's energy directly, her guides, her true authentic guides. What does she need to know? All right. Well, we're getting a reading here. That's what we're doing. So the Page of Wands, the Devil energy. So maybe second guessing some of these opportunities are coming in. You know, pages are but an opportunity. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a guaranteed outcome. Oh, you donated. Well, we will get right into your reading after this one. But maybe you are in your head a bit about the opportunities coming to you. But let's see what else. To me, these cards feel more your reading. This was kind of me saying hi to people. But yeah, 7 of Daggers, 7 of Crystals. This one keeps coming out in the readings I'm doing with this deck, and the 6 of Crystals. So 7, 7, and 6. So 6 of Crystals, this is a 6 of Pentacles. So any chaotic energy, any, worried energy, you're balancing this out. You're finding a way to come back to center. This might even be some help from beyond the veil to line you up with a great opportunity. But you may be being in your head a little bit about this opportunity or having some temptation as far as, you probably should go to sleep, but, friends or people are doing some things and you're like, I kind of want to go do that, but I know I should probably get a good night's rest. And just making sure in every moment you're doing what's best for yourself. With 7 of Crystals, this is the 7 of Pentacles, having a bit of patience and maybe feeling a little deceived, feeling a little taken advantage of. And again, I'm really feeling this could be, family energy, or just maybe feeling like life isn't very fair. That could be another way we could interpret this 7 of Swords energy coming in. But with the 7 of Crystals, just having a bit of patience, this is going to pass, so that you can really tune into a more fair and balanced approach to life, or, life happening for you rather than to you, that we always say that's going on. Let's see. Mess things up. Anything else Vicky needs to know at this time? And we have here tall grays, utilitarian. Utilitarian. There's the word. Organized and intimidating. So again, the devil energy, that intimidating energy, to me, this might be you're intimidated with the number 10 here, new beginnings, maybe feeling a bit intimidated by these opportunities or these new beginnings, or maybe it's not the opportunity itself. It's just the thought of having to start over at a new job or, in a new friendship or whatever it is that's going on in your life, just feeling a bit intimidated. But really with the devil here, there's no real reason for you to feel intimidated, because you really are in your divine feminine power is really what I'm seeing with this. Very organized, very, basically a jack of all trades is kind of the energy I'm getting with this. You have so many skills and talents and gifts to give this world and ways to get them out in the world. It's just sometimes maybe feeling unworthy or, and this might not even be a conscious thought, because a lot of times we think, well, no, I know I'm worthy of that. But it's a lot of times subconscious, either programming, brainwashing, stuff from past lives that follows us around to make us feel unworthy, or if we were told we were worthless as children, we kind of carry that around or wear it like a coat. But I see you working through any kind of, negative thought process to get back into balance and to really feel like you are an asset to any company that would hire you, or an asset to any friend that you are friends with, or, family with, without them using you. Because with that gray energy that we just had, that I just put back, sometimes you can feel used. Or, when we think of the gray aliens, we think of alien abductions. Your free will is completely being trampled on. So if that's the case, if you feel your free will is being trampled on, this is you, Vicky, finding ways to reclaim that power. Very interesting, because I was just, right before your reading, talking about what we're doing on Patreon, this big healing session. And this is something that I think we would have to utilize or watch, or, go through this healing session multiple times to really get to the root of anything that is taking our power away from us. But this healing session is going to help bring our power back to us. But you can find ways in and of yourself, or just set those intentions. I'm bringing back my power. Any power that has been taken away or left in past lives or past timelines, I'm reclaiming it. I'm bringing it back to myself. All right, Vicky, so that is your message. So Michelle Lynn has also donated for a 1-card read. And feel free to post your question and we'll get right into it. That is the last donation that I have on the books so far. So we're just going to go until we run out of donations, like we always do. All right. Will my well-being improve in January? I haven't felt pretty lately. Aw, big hugs. Yeah, it can be really, almost like this spiral that we can't get out of, or this hole that we feel like can't dig out of when we get in that kind of mindset or just feeling this way. It's not a fun place to be. But let's see for Michelle if her well-being will improve in January. All right, so we have the 4 of Pentacles here. Ooh, and then these two just decided to grace us with their presence. Ooh, we got victory here. And the 9 of Wands, which is that, kind of Olympic athlete energy of, blood, sweat, and tears. Keep at it, keep at it, keep at it, because eventually you'll have your breakthrough. With the 4 of Crystals, we can take, this is probably the most polarized card for me in just even its own upright position. It can be a very positive card if you get the 4 of Pentacles in like a business reading. But a lot of times if you're talking about your personal finances, it can be that you're either spending too much money, or you're hoarding too much money and not spending enough. You're kind of being more of a miser, or, it's got such a varied meaning. But with the cards around it, I see that you're really, it's very interesting. What all is being downloaded to me right now is maybe you taking a break from social media, or looking at other, online presences or platforms or influencers that kind of have that it factor that you are feeling like is lacking in your life, or the looks that you feel you're lacking in your life. Because sometimes when we're feeling a certain type of way, and then we go on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, and we see these people like literally shining and living their best life, what we often forget is these people also have days or weeks or months or even full-on years where they don't feel in their best alignment either. And a lot of times people will only post their highs or their wins on Facebook or, social media, but they won't show the low points or the, we compare our whole entire existence to their highlight reel, basically, is kind of the energy I'm seeing with this. But you are having the victory. I'm really seeing after probably around the Mercury retrograde starting to station and go direct. So this will probably be toward the end, because this 9 of Wands is going all the way to the end. Toward the end of January, you are getting this victory, this feeling of pressure being released on your well-being and being able to really feel good about yourself. So I would say the advice coming through for you, Michelle, is just to take the best care of yourself. Even if self-care, because, when our well-being isn't great, self-care can almost just feel like this huge burden. And yes, we almost just go through the motions to take care of ourselves and, take care of our hygiene, take care of our needs. And it almost feels like a chore. But even if it does feel like a chore, still make it a priority for yourself, because that's going to be what kind of tips the scale or shifts things. And another thing, especially when our well-being is off, just make sure your gut health is in check, because, a lot of science says that, depression occurs in the brain, but the inner guidance that I've received on the topic is the exact opposite. It's actually in the gut. I mean, that is a second brain. They call the gut the second brain. So really getting your gut health in order, doing some sort of liver detox or cleanse. And again, not a medical professional, not giving you medical advice. These are just some, uh, things coming forward. Oh, you're already in that arena, so you know what's up with the gut test. Okay, yeah. So whatever that determines, follow the guidance that you feel called to really cleanse your gut and clear your system. Do any cord removals or cord cuttings from, toxic relationships. Maybe even clearing your field, just setting the intention. I put it on my phone 3 times a day. I set the intention to clear my field of any negative entities or outside interferences, or every time we watch a commercial, listen to songs and music, watch a TV show or a movie, I'd say 9 times, if not almost 10 times out of 10, these things are underlaid with subliminal messages or post hypnotic suggestions for us to hate ourselves, to buy things, to consume, to covet, to envy, all the negative stuff. So you can even do a clearing on yourself, just setting the intentions to clear away any post hypnotic suggestions or subliminal messages or brainwashing that's occurring to make you feel less than in your own personal power. Yeah, and then the 8 of Cups, again, with the walking away from maybe some people you're following, or if this is in real life situation, this could be some toxic people, or just people that don't really feel good to be around. Maybe they're not like all out toxic, but you just don't feel great being around them. This could even be toxic, foods or products that you're using that maybe it's not outright toxic, but it doesn't make you quite feel good either. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting, that by the end of January, you're going to have some stuff figured out. You're going to probably get some pretty decent answers from your test, for your gut test. And if you do not get the answers you're seeking from that, doing some sort of cleanse, just following your own intuition and doing some research on what that might look like. The liver cleanse, the gallbladder cleanse is another good one that a lot of people just they don't take into account how important the gallbladder is. A lot of people even have it removed after a time. But it's very funny. I've been watching a lot of Jamie French. She's a YouTuber here. But she does this whole vlog where she's just passing gallstones after doing this cleanse. And she was on the precipice of actually her gallbladder removed because she was having so many issues with it. And she did the cleanse, and it wasn't a walk in the park or anything, but she got really great results and kind of inspired me. I haven't done it yet, but I'm kind of thinking, yeah, maybe I need to do that. Intuitively, I know I do. I think all of our gut health is just messed up from any pharmaceuticals we've taken, or just processed food. Just the water's not the most healthy to be drinking. I mean, we're just bombarded in every direction with toxins and just chemicals and just things that aren't great for us. So yeah, I would just say do the best you can to get that gut health in check, and your well-being will be well on its way to feeling very good compared to where you are, that's for sure. So yeah, I hope that resonated for you, Michelle. Big hugs. It's not a fun time to go through all of that at all. Oh, you're going through your mess up since September this year. Hi, Amber. I hope you're okay. I hope you're well. How's the vacation going? Is it over yet? I don't know that it is. I think you would mention something through the first of the year. But big hugs. Hope you're doing well. My water, but it's not coming through very easily. So, oh, you're in New York. Wow. That is quite a distance from home. Well, I'm gonna have to fix that water bottle when I'm off the live stream, which might be very soon because I think that was our last donation. Yes. All right, you guys. Well, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Call it an early night, get my kids to bed, hang out with my husband, maybe have another piece of Christmas fudge that I made that's just sugar on sugar on sugar on sugar, which is probably not great for my gut health, but I never make them until I do, and then I do, and then I eat them, and then when they're gone, I don't make them again for another year. So it's my one indulgence for the year. Oh yeah, Jessica keeps getting signs to go to New York. And apologies, I called you Jessica. I call you Jessica inside my head just because that's how I know you from being a little girl. But on the exterior, I tend to call you Jessa. Old habits die hard in my head. All right, so yeah, there's your other sign to check out New York. Even if you're just going on a trip, check it out, see what's up. Well, let's get a quick one card pull or two card pull for just everybody who's here that is still here, or anyone watching the replay. If you're watching, hello, this is for you as well. So it says, spiny sister, take pride in yourself. So yes, there's that self-care, self-love energy. I kind of want to get one more. And yeah, the table is cluttered. Let's do one of these moves. There, all pretty again. Let's see. Anything else all of us watching right now need to know? And we have crop circles, messages, curiosity, and signs. And we got the number 27 here. So there are going to be some signs, symbols, messages coming through on ways you can end certain cycles in your life. Specifically, having to do with the way that you maybe think about yourself in more negative or derogatory ways, which we all do. And I would even go out on a limb to say most of the time it's not even us thinking these nasty, mean things about ourselves. It's, outside interference, post-hypnotic suggestions, subliminal messaging to tell us to do these things, or just straight up entity interference. A lot of this, just the more I open up and set more intentions and really tune into how inundated our energy fields are with feeling or just, having entities and I don't even know another word for entities. Like I just say the word entity like 14 times a day now, it seems. But just there's so much darkness out there and just disembodied, unincarnated energies that are floating around out there just looking to harvest some of our energy. It's not a fun time, but like it's normal because like we might feel this is the most normal thing we've ever heard if we are just now finding out about it. But there really is nothing to fear. If anything, they need to fear us because when we wake up to the fact that they are bombarding us with everything and trying so hard to keep us down and stifled and distracted and, in our negative emotions and feelings, the more we wake up to this, the more we can take our power back and the less they have to siphon off of us. And it will be a ripple effect out into humanity. So don't think you taking care of your business is then going to make these entities go to other people. I mean, yes, it will. But in a way, you standing in your power will subconsciously start triggering other people to start standing in their power, and they'll trigger other people to stand in their power. And if everybody just gets on board to deal with their own triggers and clear their own energy fields and put up, proper boundaries with these entities, I mean, we could probably end this thing overnight, but, it's going to be a process, I'm sure. While trying to rest and meditate, you were seeing symbols while your eyes were closed. Yes, that happened to me many times before. I would just say if you're seeing anything, just to set the intention that you're connecting to your inner self or, any true entities that are on your side, not any false light entities or actual like all out dark entities, because not all entities try to pretend they're light. A lot of them don't. They just show up and start siphoning. So just intentions, you're only connecting to things that are going to better your life, and you'll start to see your life start to change in a good way. Yeah, going back to your family vacation. See you all again. Lots of love to you too, Amber. Big hugs. Hang in there. It's almost over. I hope you're actually having some fun though. That would be amazing. All right, you guys, I'm going to go have some fun with my kiddos, get them to bed and all that fun stuff. So you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening or day or whatever time it is you. And I will be back here on Friday during the day at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And I also have a pick a card reading that went live on my other channel, Harmony Portal Tarot, linked below. And that one is a message from your inner self on how to get on your highest timeline. I thought there was some really valuable information in there for all of us to benefit from. So feel free to check that out. Those of you on Patreon, you can watch it ad-free over on Patreon instead, if that's what you choose to do. And Friday, I have another pick a card reading. I cannot even remember what it is because I filmed it earlier in the week. I'm already blanking on what it was. I think Patreon has seen that one too. Let me go over to my Patreon and check. I'm like drawing a complete blank on what that could have been. Let's see. It's what's happening. So that's already on Patreon. For those of you on Patreon, you can watch it now. It won't be live up on my main or Harmony Portal Tarot channel until Friday at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. But that's going to let you know or clue you into what you can expect over the next 3 months. Yeah, and we're almost at 1,000 subscribers over on Harmony Portal Tarot in like a little over 2 months. We almost made it. My like big, like way out there goal was to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I don't think we're quite gonna hit that, but it took me 10 months to hit 1,000 subscribers on the Done Creative back in the day. So I feel like I'm on a major win right now. That it's only taken two and however many, maybe 3 months total by the time it's all said and done. But we're at like 906 right now. So what, 94 more to go. So yay, I'm excited about that. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway over on that channel just by selecting a comment from any of my pick a card readings. So that's how you can enter to win over there. You can even start entering now if you go over and leave a comment. Of course, make it a pertinent or relevant comment. Don't just say hi or something. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. I wanted to say thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot Live. All right, you guys, bye.